You need to calm down, bitch. Let me tell you something, sir. I will lose my job.
I can show you what love's supposed to feel like. I can show you what love's supposed to be. I can show you what love's supposed to feel like.
Oh, thank you for tuning back in. Since you tuned back in, how y'all doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. I am so happy. I'm just excited. So today's video is a requested video. This video was requested by one of my good girls. She had texted me on Snapchat and she was like, honey, can you do a video on, you know, your work experiences? So I'm gonna talk about my work experiences. Okay, so child, so it's a lot. I've gone through a lot with like my job, like not just with like the guests, but like also like with some co-workers. So me personally, this entire video is based on me and my work experiences, the amount of times I encountered different situations, whether it's with kids like people my age or adults, you know, etc. And also like little stupid stuff that's happened at work for like no reason between co-workers and I, just stupid stuff. So we're gonna start off, and I'm gonna do it into like sections. So I'm gonna start out talking about the kids at my job. Oh my goodness. So I work at a water park. I am not going to disclose which water park I work at, but I do work at a water park, and there has been so many times where I have jumped in the water to assist a kid that was about to drown. And the amount of times little kids would like push me away from them and they're like, I can swim, and I'm like, no you can't, you're about to drown. Like, this is not adding up. Like, it's not adding up. So the amount of times like kids will tell me like, I got it, I'm like, no you don't, you was about to drown. Not even that, but this one specific time I went to go jump in for a rescue. This little boy he couldn't swim. So I jumped in, I picked him up, I said, hey buddy, like, are you okay? And I seen he like swallowed a little bit of water. So when I got out and when he got out, I like got down to his level. I said, are you okay, my love? Like, is everything all right? He looks me dead in my face and go like this. He squeezed my breast. And then he ran to his dad. His dad gave him a high five and he said, good job. I was like, that just happened. I was very confused on why that happened. I still don't know why that happened, but we just gonna pay that. We just gonna pay it, y'all. Like, cause I don't know what to say about it. There's nothing that I could have done. It was like a little kid. He was probably like up to my belly button. Like, he was a little kid. But okay, there's been times where I have seen little kids. Like, I've seen little kids, and also that goes for the adults too. Like, I've seen it all. Like, body wise, I've seen it all. I've seen adults like wigs come off. This one lady right in front of my face just like took it off. I wish I could do that, but this is real, y'all. This that real hair. But yeah, this lady like literally took off her wig in public. It was a crowd of people around. It was kind of packed that day, and it was outside, and I was like, okay. All right, lady. There has been many times where I've seen little kids like get into it. That's funny. I think that's the most funniest thing ever, is like when little kids argue. I've had like little kids like flirt with me while I was on my spot, and they'll be like, excuse me, and I'm like, yes. And they're like, how old are you? And I'm like, 19. Oh, I just wanted to say you look good, and I'm 18. And I was like, you 18? I was like, you're not 18. No, I'm 18. And the other one was like, he 12. I'm like, so that is a 7-year difference. You are a little kid. I'm not grown, but like I'm kind of there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's 19, then there's 20, then there's 21. 21 is like up here. I'm getting to that point right there. Why, little boy, where's your mom? I could be your older sister. Stop playing with me. There'd be like guys my age that would like hit on me, and they're like, oh, like you look so beautiful, and I'm like, thanks. Like if they're my age, I'm like, thank you. But if they're younger than me, I'm like, thank you. But if they're older than me, I'm like, thank you. Like it's just different type of thank yous you give according to visually, like seeing them, be like, okay, they look like they're around my age. That is just too much. There has been many times where grown men would flirt with me, to a point where it's kind of like very uncomfortable. Like this one time, this was actually recent, this was this weekend actually, this man was going around our river, and I was at one of the spots on the river, and he was staring at me for such a long time, and he goes, I kid you not, and he goes like this. I was like, I just squinted my eyebrows, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm not understanding what you're saying. He was like, you're so gorgeous, and I was like, thank you. Then he just kept staring at me when I was walking. Why this man come back around with his child, and I guess with his girl, his baby mom, or his wife, or whomever she was to him, and she's kissing up all up on him, and this man is still staring at me. He's mouthing to me, and I'm like, I was like, oh, that ain't none of my business. The disloyalty is like astronomical, like, child. And that's like one of the a million times that has happened. Like, it's ridiculous. There was also this one time where I was at the exact same spot, and this guy was like literally staring me down like I was a piece of meat. Like, when I say this man was staring at me like I was food, this man was staring at me like I was food. Like, he wanted to eat me up. And I was like, let me just, like, sir, please stop. Like, some of these men are just like extremely weird and disloyal. Like, okay, like staring is one thing, but like when you actually like make that effort to be like, you look good. Like, I'll be damned if my man was to tell one of the girls at one of the places we went, you look good. Who look good? And I'm your girl, and you telling some other girl that she look good, and me and you together, and we are together, I'm gonna punch you in your face. I'm gonna have to break up with you, because that, I don't do that. That's like cheating to me. Like, if you sitting and telling the female she look good while you and I are together, despite if I'm around or not, I might have to punch you in your throat. Let me stop being violent. But yeah, so that guy was staring at me up and down, and then I had to go to a different spot. So the other spot that I had went to was like where the little kids play. Like the baby babies. Like, we have like different types of pools and everything. Or specifically like for the smaller babies. It's only like a foot of water, so it's perfect for them. So I was at that spot, and you know, like, we have a slide and everything, so I'm letting the little kids go on the slide. So why is it that I'm standing this way, and the bar, we have a bar, the bar is directly in front of me, and then the spot that I was at is literally right next to the bar. So I'm literally like watching the little kids, you know, smiling, because I just love that spot for some reason. And I look up and I see him at the bar with his girl. He is sitting right in front of her, and he like this the entire time. Mind y'all, I'm over here. Like, I'm over here now. So he's sitting at the bar and he's like this. And he's just staring at me. I was like, I had to keep looking everywhere else. I was like, this is not okay. I was looking at the little kids. I was looking at the parents. I was like, this man is like dead, like really, like honest to God, is staring at me. And his girlfriend is right there. I just think that's so disrespectful. Because when I was in a relationship and I did see an attractive man, I would look, but I would not stare. And I just feel like that's very disrespectful to your girlfriend. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that happens so often. Like, a lot of the guys that come in, I'm going to refer to them as little boys, because some of the little boys that come into my job, even though they're grown and they have like jobs, like big boy jobs, and they make big boy money and drive big boy cars and they got kids, they still act like little boys. Like, I don't understand why. But there was also this one time where I was at like one of our single pools that's kind of like cut off from everything else, and it has like its own particular room. So I was in there, and it's literally like a big pool of water, and it's like 3.5 feet. So I was standing there, and I was doing nothing but doing my job. This man comes near me and tells me that I looked very beautiful and decided to give me his number on a napkin while his wife and kids was right there. I was so confused that when I like was rotating to a different spot, my manager at the time, I gave my manager the napkin, and he goes, "Why are you giving me your number on a napkin?" I was like, "This is not my number." I was like, "This is some man wrote down his number on a napkin and gave it to me in front of his wife and kids." He was like, "Kids?" I was like, "Kids, KIDS, S, plural?" Yeah. He was like, and I was like, I wish I was lying, but I'm not. He was like, "That's ridiculous," and I was like, "Who are you telling?" But yeah, I've seen parents like fight. I've seen this man argue with these other parents because he was playing in the basketball area, and so happened to be I was at the exact same spot, and he was like just like playing basketball. Like, that was it. Like, you know, like, it's different when you play basketball in the water because it's a pool of water. Like, you're in a body of water right now and there's water surrounding you. So whatever happens, if you fall, if you lean, if you catch the ball, the water is gonna move, the water's gonna splash. So this lady had told the man that you're splashing too much, like you're acting like a child. He went off. He was like like, he was going off on her. He was like, "Are you effing serious?" He was like, "Are you like being for real right now?" He was like, "Do you not see like we're in water right now?" He was like, "How can you not splash?" And the woman was like, "You're acting like a child. You need to grow up." He was like, "You need to get out of my face." And I was like, I was standing there and I was like, should I call my manager or should I let this see how it go? Because I can't do nothing if they arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it gets physical, then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, let me call my managers real quick. Y'all gotta come over here. Like, come here. It's going on." But if it's not like anything physically happening, unless the guests are like being like very verbal to us and like saying, "I'm gonna punch you in your face," and this and that, which has happened a couple times, then like to like the lifeguards, then something needs to be said. But besides that, I feel like if it's just people arguing, as long as it don't get like too loud, then I'll say something. But if it's just like a little back to back, then it's not really nothing I'm not really gonna say or do. But I did end up telling my manager when they came around, but the problem had de-escalated, so there really wasn't much to say. This man say I was being racist towards him, or that I was picking on him, I was like discriminating him. I'm not gonna tell you why yet. I'm gonna wait until I finish so you guys can understand, or be like, okay, I can see why he thought that. So there was this one day where I was once again at the basketball area, and it wasn't that like packed. It wasn't that packed. So I was doing nothing but watching my water, and these kids were being very rough with this one man that was playing with them. Like, the man was kind of like hyping up the other kids to be like rowdy, like real rowdy. So I kept blowing my whistle at them. I was like, you guys need to calm down. Like, you're being a little bit too rough. And then I seen this little girl get hit in the head with the ball, and like they just kind of like pushed her out the way. And I was like, cut the chase. I told my manager, they gave me permission to take out the balls. So I took out the balls for like 5 minutes. I put the balls back in. They instantly started going crazy like they never seen basketballs before, and did the exact same thing again. So then once again, I took it upon myself to take the balls out. I took the balls out. Why is it that this mom comes up to me and tells me her daughter just got punched in the face or smacked in the face by one of the kids because they're playing too rough? So I once again blew my whistle, gathered all of them up around me. I said, you guys are being way too rough. You need to calm down. If you're going to keep like hitting kids and splashing like humongous amount of waters on little kids that are just trying to play, you're getting out the pool. This man decides to tell me that I'm taking my job too serious, and tells me, you need to calm down, bitch. Let me tell you something, sir. I will lose my job. Do not ever call me a bitch, because I will bitch your ass out this mother park. So I looked at him, I blew my whistle, I put my hand up. I said, my manager used to come over here right now before I punch this man or kick him in his damn head. So my manager said, okay, you need to get out of the water because now you're disrespecting our lifeguards. So he just kept talking all this crap when he like walked away. Like when he swam away. When he swam away, he just kept talking all this crap. And I was like, this man done got me T'd up. OD. Oh my God, I was mad. My manager comes, blows his whistle at the man, points at him and says, sir, you need to get out the water. This is not funny at all, but at the moment I laughed. I laughed so hard because I didn't think that this was gonna happen. This man comes out the water and he's probably like 4 feet tall. And instantly I start cracking up. I was like, this man is a midget. Like, he was actually a midget. Like, honest to God, no jokes, no funny stuff. Like, this man was, honest to God, he was a midget. And from where I'm standing, I'm like 3-4 feet above water. All adults look the same height. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I figured that, you know, like he was like on his knees because he looked a little shorter than everyone else. But I figured, you know, like he's on his knees because, you know, he's probably too tall, because I know a lot of parents that do that. So I didn't really think too much into it. But when he got out that water, he was a midget, and I was confused, and I laughed, okay? Honest to God, right hand on the Bible, God forgive me for my sins, but I laughed when I seen that man come out the water, and that was the end of that story. But yeah, I guess, you know, you can see why he thought I was being, like, discriminating him, or I was, you know, like, being rude, or whatever the case was. My manager did ask me if I knew how tall he was, and I told him no, because I'm above water. I cannot predict how tall you are. So that was that. I had this lady threaten to push me down our steps because I wouldn't let her infant, newborn baby, go down the slide. Just in case no one really knows much about water parks or anything, for certain slides, you need to be a certain height. It's like going on roller coasters. You need to be a certain height, because if you're not, then something bad can happen. It's not like the park's rules. It is a state law that you have to be a certain height to get on a ride. Simple as that. So it was a very low capacity day, and 6 individuals and her family came upstairs, and they were all trying to get on this one ride. And I told her, ma'am, 4 people can only like sit on this ride, only 4 people max. She got mad because I said that 6 people couldn't sit on one ride. Oh, you can't squeeze us in. Ma'am, no. Y'all all can't sit. Y'all all don't fit. Like, what? Anyways, they came up with the decision to split up 3 and 3. Perfect. This one lady moves behind someone else. Like, she kind of like comes out the cut. Literally came out the cut. And I see she has a baby in her hand. I'm talking about the baby can't walk. Baby can't stand on his own 2 feet. And I let the first 3 go down. And she was trying to get on. And I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry to like tell you this. And I really wasn't paying attention. But I can't let your child go on. Instantly got pissed off. Literally went ballistic. Oh, what the F do you mean I can't get on? Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, ma'am, your child is way too small. There's literally like a board, like a height board right next to us. And I literally said, your baby has to be 42 inches tall. My baby is about to be 42 inches. I was like, ma'am, your child can't even walk. I was like, I'm sorry, but I cannot let you go on. Oh, that's some BS. Da, 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 da. And I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but that's not our rules. That is the state. That's like the state law. Like, you can't have an infant go on a water slide where there's a lot of like swoosh, 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 like your baby gonna fall. I'm sorry. One of my coworkers came up to switch me out, and he told the lady the exact same thing. Why is it when I'm walking, like when I'm starting to walk down like the first flight of stairs, she's being super loud. She's like, I will smack the out of you and that other girl that was here. Who are you smacking? I said, So I hear them coming down the steps. Now I'm on like the 3rd one, and I'm going down. She was like, I'm about to push that BITCH down the steps. I said, So I did a little jog downstairs, and I got to my managers, and God was always on my side. The security was right there next to the managers, and I was like, that lady, pointing to her, just threatened to push me down the stairs and threatened to smack me and whoever is upstairs. She threatened to smack the both of us and threatened to push me down the stairs. I told him just like that. My managers, they went right over to her. She starts cussing my managers out. Oh, this is that, blah, blah, blah. I'll smack her for real. I don't care. I really get down with the get down. Ma'am, I don't care where you're from. You're not going to smack me because I will lose my job. The day I've been saying for the longest time, but the day a guest put their hands on me is the day I am going ape shit. The day I am going ballistically crazy, because I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old your child is. If you disrespect me or put your hands on me, it is automatically self-defense to me. I don't care. I really don't. I literally had this lady say to me, because I kept blowing my whistle at her kids because her kids were just like being obnoxiously annoying and they just weren't listening. They just kept jumping into the pool and throwing the ball and doing all this extra stuff. So I told her, ma'am, you cannot keep letting your kids disobey the rules of the pool or you guys are getting out. I'm sorry. That's the freaking rules. Deal with it or get out. She looks at me dead in my face and tells me, I don't care how old you are. I said, ma'am, I don't care how old you are. Like, you think that affect me? I don't care how old you are either, ma'am. Lady, miss girl, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a mother of 12. I am here to do my job. My job is to make sure and enforce the rules that everyone is having fun and being safe. If your kids are jumping into 3 feet of water, knowing damn well they're like 5 foot something, where is that logical? Where? Let me know what book it say it in, because I don't know where it do. So I had told her, like, I don't know what to keep telling you. I got an attitude because you just kind of threatened me. You can kiss my ass. Simple as that. I don't care. You think I care? Because I don't. Baby, I don't. Believe that. I ain't see her after that. All I know, you paid to get in here. I get paid to be here. That's all I gotta say. So I have so much more to talk about, and I do not want to make this video super long. So therefore, I'm just gonna cut this video a little bit short. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Do not forget to subscribe in the right hand bottom corner, and do not forget to comment and like. Also, if there's anyone that is new watching my videos, welcome to my channel. I welcome anyone and everyone. If you have any requests, please let me know. It is always appreciated, and I will always do what is asked. If you want to watch a certain video, I will make that certain video. I do have some vlogs I'm planning for next month, primarily because I'm going on a trip. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and night. Stay safe, stay blessed. Kisses.